What is good, YouTube boxing fans all over the world? It's your boy Real Talk Boxing, and we are back at you again. Let me get that lint off me. Yep. Just watched Triller.com, Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. card, and it was very, very exciting. All the fights were pretty good, entertaining. But I want to talk about one in particular right now. Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson. Jakey Poo. Now let me start out by saying this. I said that the fight wouldn't go 3 rounds. And I said that Jake will possibly get him out of there or stop him. Let's assess the fight right quick. Nate Robinson looks nervous, stiff, intense from the jump. And he was. You got to understand, guys, this was his first boxing match. Not only that, his first professional boxing match. You know how scary it is for your first boxing match to be a professional bout? That's pretty freaking scary. I don't care what none of y'all say. It's pretty freaking scary. And it showed. It showed. Jay came in very loose, very, in tune, very at home in the ring. But I wasn't that impressed with his performance. So I'm going to tell you why. Nate Robinson came out like a raging bull. He came right towards Jake. And Jake was kind of surprised. He didn't know what to do in that first round. I knew right away the adjustments he needed to make. If I was in there, I would have made the adjustments just like that. I can't say that. I wasn't in there with Nate, but I feel like I would have made the adjustments within seconds, with at least 20, 30 seconds. But Jake, for some reason, didn't make the adjustments till a round later, which still isn't bad. But when you're in there with the caliber of fighter like Nate Robinson, who has no experience, who clearly had no boxing fundamentals whatsoever, and I had a gut feeling that he didn't. You saw no sparring. I told you guys, watching him on the mitts and the way he threw his hooks and his uppercuts did not look good whatsoever. I believe even if he didn't get knocked out in the second round, he would have gassed out. He started breathing hard in the second round. And I also said the moment he gets touched by Jake Paul, the moment he feels Jake Paul's power, the tides are going to turn, and it did. The first knockdown, he was trying to make it out like he got hit in the back of the head, which it was neck, jaw, ear, and he went down. He got knocked down a second time by a completely flush shot, overhand right, which was another argument I had with Jake. He should have been throwing that right hand straight and not overhand. He would have got the knockout a lot faster, but he threw the overhand right. He made the adjustment and started catching Nate coming in like a freaking raging bull. He was coming in like a linebacker, y'all. You can either sidestep or you can time him with a straight right. But Jake timed him with an overhand right. He caught him again and dropped him. And then the third time he caught him with that overhand right, it was right on the chin. And Nate Robinson was not sparked out. Night time. I'm talking about pillow and a blanket. And I was very surprised on the fact that Jake wasn't doing any celebrating. He was actually showing concern for Nate Robinson. He felt bad about what he had to do. And it showed. His maturity showed tonight in this fight. And I, for one, respect that. I actually respect that more than his performance, honestly. I got to be honest. And he showed nothing but respect for Nate Robinson after the fight. Now Nate Robinson understands that there is a difference between basketball and boxing. I can't tell you enough how big of a difference it is. Getting in there, somebody swinging at your face and trying to take you out. It's just a different beast. Wasn't impressed with Nate whatsoever. He did show heart. He did get up twice and continue the fight. But you saw it in his eyes. I told you guys, he's going to say to himself, what the beep did I get myself into? And that's exactly what he did, man. That's exactly what he did. But I would give Nate a B minus. I'm not Nate, excuse me. I would give Jake a B minus in his performance because Even though he got the knockout, I think he should have adjusted much, much quicker than what he did. I know a lot of you are going to say, man, it just only took him a round to adjust. But when you're dealing with a fighter as amateur as Nate, you should adjust like that. Like that. How much more spectacular would that have been if he'd have knocked him out in 30 seconds in the first round, which he could have done if he had made those adjustments. But Jake may have been a little bit nervous too. He may have. In any event, it was an exciting fight. I was actually more anxious to see that fight than I was Roy Jones versus Mike Tyson, and we'll get to that in another video. But here's what I want to do. For all the people who tuned in, a lot of people who tuned in wasn't even subscribers. There were 74 people who tuned in that wasn't even subscribers to my live feed. I did a live feed on this fight. This whole freaking, fight card. Well, not the whole fight card. I started with Badu Jack and the guy that he fought. I want to say thank you for the guys who tuned in. Subscribers and people who wasn't subscribed that subscribed. 74 new subscribers within that live feed. I am proud of that and I'm happy with that. And I want to say thank you for taking time out of your life to kick it 2 hours with your boy Real Talk Boxing. I am thoroughly grateful and I thank you for that. If you haven't watched the fight, go check the fight out. You'll see all kinds of highlights. Honestly, you won't see many highlights from Jake Paul and Nate Robinson because the whole fight was a highlight. It only lasted 1.5 rounds. But I give Jake a B-. I thought he could have adjusted faster. Wasn't impressed with Nate Robinson whatsoever. But I do have respect for the man for lacing those gloves up, stepping in the ring. It takes nuts and guts to do it. So just because he got knocked out doesn't mean he doesn't get respect from Real Talk Boxing, because he does. Jake, I want to see you do better, my friend. But who's next? I don't know. As always, I leave you with this. Respect all, fear none, God bless. Real Talk Boxing, I got more in store and more coming for you guys, but I'm out.